Welcome to another Super Deluxe Edition unboxing video. Today we're going to take a look at this Bryan Ferry Retrospective compilation. This features selected recordings over a 50-year period, 73 to 23. So Bryan, of course, started his solo career quite early on while Roxy Music was still going. This is very much a Bryan Ferry collection, there's no Roxy Music included. But as you can see, it's a 20-track collection. This is a 2 LP set. In a minute we're going to look at the 5 CD deluxe edition. So yeah, 20 songs going back to the early days, Hard Rain's Gonna Fall, These Foolish Things, etc. on side 1. And then going through to the 80s and the 90s and to much more recent times on side 4. As usual with anything to do with Bryan Ferry or Roxy Music, Bryan's kind of had a hand in the look, the feel, the production, the design of this. So it's usual high standards, quite exquisite. The cover there has no typography on it. Just a very stunning and stylish image from the past. Clean typography. I do like the typeface that's used there for Bryan Ferry. This has a glossy laminate type coating. Selected images from the last 50 years. And then with this particular selection you get 2 printed inner sleeves. Again, more great photography. And this is the black vinyl edition. There is actually a limited clear vinyl edition which is available, I think it's available through all indie retailers. It could be a rough trade exclusive, I can't remember. But yeah, effectively there's 2 different vinyl versions of this. And there's also a CD which I don't have. A single CD edition which has the same 20 tracks. So there's another great image. So these are sides 3 and 4 of the 2 LP set. I should mention this is half speed mastered as well. So pretty high quality in terms of the vinyl treatment. Bryan's also helped to compile and sequence this. Miles Shao did the half-speed mastering at Abbey Road. So this is the 20-track vinyl edition. Let's take a look at the 5 CD deluxe edition. Now I really like how this is presented. You can see there's 2 books there. This is a sort of hardcover slipcase. The sticker comes off, so a bit like the vinyl, you get a very clean front cover. And then of course the difference is there's a lot more tracks. So the 20 track selection that was on the vinyl is disc 1 of 5 discs. So this is really where it all gets quite interesting. There's a second section here, disc 2, called Compositions. So these are kind of album type cuts, I guess. Bryan Ferry Orchestra gets its own disc, that's disc 4. Disc 3, Interpretations. So these are obviously famous cover versions. And then there's a 5th disc called Rare and Unreleased. So there's a 16 track selection here with there's a couple of new tracks and selection of rarities. Now while this might look like a kind of 10-inch package similar to what we've seen from John Lennon and other artists, it's actually a little bit smaller than that. This is 8.5 inches square. So by comparison, there's the John Lennon Plasticono band set. So you can see the difference in size there. But I do really like the treatment here in terms of these 2 books. You get 2 hardcover books. Sometimes you get 1 hardcover book and then you get a thin card slipcase, but not with Bryan Ferry. You get 2 books, identical dimensions, one slightly thinner than the other, I guess. But yeah, they're really nice, good photography. Those photos were obviously used on the inner sleeve of the vinyl records. So this book here, the slightly thicker of the 2, houses all the discs. And I haven't really seen this kind of treatment before, but it's quite nicely done. So we've got all the kind of credits of the 5 discs in the first few pages. Notably, it's got this kind of binding here which allows you to open up the pages nice and flat. You don't have that thing where you're worried it's all going to fall apart. So I think that's the proper way to do it. So this is, as I say, these are all the credits at the beginning. But then look how the discs are done. So, I mean, normally I do prefer these discs when they're in their own little sleeves, but I have to say it's this is a cut above some of the normal packages with discs shoved in a slot. I think there's loads of space here. There's not too much pressure on the disc as it goes in and out. So I think it's nicely done, and the colour scheme looks good as well. So these are the 5 discs. Because if you look at it at the end, if you look at here in the binding, it's even just looking at it from the top down, there's a very sort of pleasing symmetry about it, and the colour scheme works really well. There's the back cover. So yeah, very well thought out way of storing the 5 discs. So this book is your more traditional book, which has some extensive writings here about Bryan Ferry. Damien Love has written the various contributions here. And it's like a sort of track by track annotation, which I'm presuming these cover the 20 tracks, the main selection if you like, with all the appropriate imagery to go with it. So very informative, it's what you want really. Proper kind of annotation, a proper track by track guide. There is actually another section here actually about the compositions that are on disc 2. It's mainly images, but I think all these other discs, they get like a page of text devoted to them. Rare and unreleased. So that's the second book. It's very very nice size. It's not as bigger than 7-inch. It feels more substantial than that, but not quite as big obviously as the 10-inch package. So this is Bryan Ferry Retrospective, Selected Recordings 1973 to 2023. This is the 5 CD deluxe edition. We previously looked at the 20 track 2 LP set, and it's released on the 25th of October via BMG. I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing video. If you have, why not subscribe to the Super Deluxe Edition YouTube channel for more great physical music unboxed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.